Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Camilla here again at David Lloyd Westbury. What I'm going to show you today is a lunge, an easier version of which and a couple of harder versions to totally wake up all your muscle fibres. You can use it as a warm-up to an exercise or as the actual exercise itself. I'm doing spin in half now, so I thought it would be a good way to kind of wake up my whole body, my legs, get my hips nice and mobile so that I'm not going to be shortening my hip flexors too much whilst I'm cycling. And yeah, just to get me feeling great and motivated and ready to go. So let's start with the most basic lunge. I'm going to be doing an alternating leg lunge. Okay. So I'm stepping forward. To start with, if you're warming up, you can step forward with an initial range lunge and then build up the depth of your lunge as you go. Quick checks that you can look at through your body is that your hips level, shoulders are back, and your posture is nice and tall and upright. We can look at this from the side. Okay, so what I'm looking for here is that my shin and my torso, as I go forward, are parallel. So this shin here and my torso are parallel roughly as they go down to keep it comfortable and activating the glutes. Okay, already that's started to get my heart rate up, which is great, get me working harder. To simplify that exercise down for those of your clients who may feel that that's a bit too much coordination or feel a bit unbalanced with it, or again, for more of a warm-up, we can take a split stance and just do the lunge like so. By using a mirror in front of you, you can really check the form and the posture to ensure that the feet are underneath the hips, the knees are staying in line with the hip and the second toe, and it feels comfortable. That's the most important thing. Just do the other leg. Here we're looking for differences in depth. Okay, so that's your regressed option. Let's move on to progressing the exercise now, the fun bit. And this is where we're starting to wake up all of our muscle fibres. I'm going to lunge through the frontal plane, the sagittal plane and the transverse plane. So let's have a look at it. First off, sagittal plane lunge, which I just showed you. Then frontal plane. And then transverse. Whilst I'm doing this exercise, I'm really looking at keeping, especially as I go to the sides, really keeping that foot planted firmly on the ground to allow a nice stretch through the perineals and the ankle, which will allow the rest of your body to work well together. Okay, so we're just moving at the moment in one direction through each plane. Obviously you can play around with all the different directions. So instead of just going forward in the sagittal plane, I can go backwards. And all of the other planes as well, I can go side to side. What we're going to do now is get that heart rate up and start using a medicine ball. You don't have to just use a medicine ball, you can use any weight. It can be like a milk bottle filled with water, maybe a child if you're having trouble trying to get them to sleep. Anything that's going to add a little bit of weight. And we're going to use our arms through the transverse plane. You can play with any plane that you want to. We're going to keep doing the lunge matrix with the transverse plane motion through the arms. Okay, so as I rotate, getting a big rotation through the core. I'm allowing the hips to move with me where I need to facilitate the motion. And we're getting an all-over workout. I can then start to rotate through the transverse plane at different levels, so going down low and rotating up high. Again, we are just testing all of the fascia through your body at the same time. Okay, so we just worked through the transverse plane with the arms. Have a play with the frontal plane, the sagittal plane, go up and down from side to side. have a play around with it, with all the different foot movements, and see what that does to you. It's totally woken me up for my afternoon on the computer. So, let me know how you get on, and thank you for watching.